Hey everybody, Jane here, and we are going to open some book mail. Now, I will tell you, I I am my own worst enemy, okay? If you have been following my channel, you know I am trying so hard to get rid of books. But I also love bringing in books, and I obviously have a problem that I love books far, far too much. So, one of the things I do to set myself up for failure is I enter a lot of Goodreads giveaways. If you enter Goodreads giveaways, I would love to know what your percentage is for wins. I would say mine is right around 1%. So probably for every 100, 150 that I enter, I win a book. Right now, that means I am winning about 2 to 3 books a month. And as far as like clearing off my shelves, this is not great for my goals. But new books! So while I am self-sabotaging, I'm also super excited because these are new books that I don't have on my shelves that I want. One of them is a book that I purchased. So I was reading the book Stowaway the Disreputable Exploits of the Rat, and the book mentioned another book, and it was about rats as a character, and it sounded delightful. For those who don't know me, I am hyper focused on rats right now. We don't have rats currently, but rats are the next pet we plan to have. We have a hamster. She's 2 years old, so getting up there in years. Probably most hamsters don't live past like 3 or 4, so we're probably getting close to the end of our life cycle with this hamster. And we've chosen not to get another hamster afterwards, but instead to try rats. So like I've been learning all I can about rats so that I can be the best rat mom in the whole world, and that has led us to hyper focus on rats. So the first book I'm going to open, I do believe, is the one I ordered that should be my rat book. And again, this is a fiction book about a world run by rats, or where rats have taken over because humans have done terrible things. I don't remember the details. I just remember it was a book, it had rats in it, and I was excited at the time that I read the description and in the other book, and was like, I need this book. So this is the only one I bought, and giving me a hard time. This is the only one I bought this month, but it still counts as one that we have to let in. And here we are, the The Rat by Gunter Grass. And I do believe this is translated. Apparently I got it from World of Books. I assume I actually got it off of Amazon, and this is like a company that sells books on Amazon. I try to get books on Pango first if I can, but at the time they didn't have a copy of that, or they didn't have one that was as cheap as Amazon. Because at the end of the day, while I want to buy books, I have a small book budget. If you have a small book budget, by the way, just self-plug, and would like to check out the books that I have on Pango, feel free to look at my shop listed below, because I always have books that I've finished reading and put on my shop, and my Pango books tend to be where I get money for the next books I'm going to read. I have not yet withdrawn Pango bucks to do anything but buy more books. So if you would like to help me buy more books, please buy books from my Pango store. All right, yes, fund my bad habit. The other 2 books are from Goodreads giveaways, and I don't remember what they are. I've had a couple wins. I did have 2 wins that I cannot find now. As I said, my bookshelves are an atrocious mess that I had to open early because of snow. So my partner actually found them out in the snow because we've had terrible weather, and he opened them because the packaging was wet and he didn't want the books to get ruined. And I meant to show them to you, but I put them somewhere on my shelf and I cannot find them now. So my shelves are in a state. The first book I won is Our Winter Monster, a novel. This is a horror. I'll be honest, I don't know what it's about anymore. I enter a lot of things. Anything that sounds cool, let's take a look. For the last year, Holly and Brian have been out of sync. Neither can forget what happened that one winter evening. Neither can forgive what's happened since. Tonight, Holly and Brian race toward Pinebrook, New York, trying to outrun a blizzard on their way to the ski villa getaway they hope will save their relationship. But soon they lose control of the car and then of themselves. Now Sheriff Kendra Book is getting calls about a couple in trouble, along with reports of a brutal and mysterious creature rampaging through town, leaving a trail of crushed cars, wrecked buildings, and mangled bodies in the snow. This seems like a great wintry horror read. I'll be honest, I don't read a ton of horror, but this sounded cool and it was definitely wintry vibes. And honestly, we're in the middle of February, or we were in the middle of February when I placed, or January, February, somewhere in there when I put myself on for the win. And yes, this just looked cool and was very much the vibe I was feeling at the time. So I don't know when I will get to it, but it looks really creepy and fun. All right, our other giveaway book, we will, oh, I might have to get scissors for this one. Nope, I'm opposed to scissors if I can avoid them. We have Legacy. And this is a nonfiction, A Black Physician Reckons with Racism in Medicine. I have actually heard a couple of booktubers talk about this one. I work in the medical field and am always interested in anything medical related, and particularly how it affects minorities, all minorities, how medicine has not been a great place for any minorities, including women. We often get the short end of the stick when it comes to healthcare and, drugs being tested on men and having different reactions on women. So anyway, while this is race specific, I think it's important to learn how healthcare affects all minorities. So I did put in for this one and was very excited to get it and to see what this physician's take is on how our society, how healthcare is affected by cis white men. That sounds horrible when I say it. I want to see how minorities, besides, the ones that I'm part of, are affected by the healthcare system. So yes, those are the books that are new to my collection and that I am excited to get reading. This has been Jane. If you've read any of these, let me know how they were, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Pictures and patterns put into words that stream across the